Well, you know, a couple of weeks ago on the Milton Berle Show, our next guest, Elvis Presley, received a great deal of attention, which some people seem to interpret one way and some viewers interpret it another. Naturally, it's our intention to do nothing but a good show. Somebody's barking back there. We want to do a show the whole family can watch and enjoy, and we always do. And tonight we are presenting Elvis Presley in his, what you might call his first comeback. And at this time, it gives me extreme pleasure to introduce the new Elvis Presley. Here he is. I think your millions of fans are really going to get a kind of a kick seeing a different side of your personality tonight.
Well, thank you, Mr. Allen.
I'll hold your guitar here.
It's not too often that I get to wear the suit and tails. But I think I have on something tonight that's not quite correct for evening wear.
Not quite formal? What's that, Elvis?
Blue suede shoes.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Well, Elvis, you're certainly being a real good sport about the whole thing, and now I have a little surprise for you. Gene, can I have the surprise?
There you are.
Thank you, Gene Rayburn. This, Elvis, believe it or not, is a giant petition. It was signed by 3 giants out in the alley. No, seriously, this was signed by over 18,000 of Elvis's loyal fans saying they wanted to see him again soon on television. It was sent in to us just the other day by our good friend DJ Don Wallace in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 18,000 signatures on this. Elvis, it's a fine thing.
Mr. Allen, I'd like to thank all those wonderful folks, and I'd like to thank you too.
Well, that's okay. Elvis, now what you going to sing for us first tonight?
I want you, I need you, I love you.
Here's the big RCA hit.
Hold me close, hold me tight, make me thrill tonight. Let me know where I stand from the start. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Every time that you're near, all my cares disappear. Darling, you're all that I'm living for. I want you, I need you, I love you more and more. Well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be mine? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart. Oh, well, I thought I could live without romance until you came to me. But now I know that I will go on loving you eternally. Won't you please be mine? Never leave me alone, 'cause I die every time we're apart. I want you, I need you, I love you with all my heart.
And that was with the great vocal group, the Jordanaires, in the background. Elvis, your new record hit, I predict it's going to be one because I've heard you rehearse it. You're going to record it tomorrow, called Hound Dog. I got you a very cute little hound dog right here. And away you go. Who's that? Here it is.
awful time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, a crying all the time. You ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a
one more time. When I got her name is Sue, she's my little buckaroo. She's a western gallop horse, cactus skin and a face like a horse. Yippee-i-oh, 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 party!
I got a ranch, it's way out west. It's the place I like the best, but I'm gonna tear the whole thing down and move that ranch to Town.
Hey! Yippee-i-oh, 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 party!
I went out west on wagon train, find a man like Big John Wayne. I looked around for days and days and ended up with Gabby Hayes.
Yippee-i-oh, 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 party!
Well, I got a horse and I got a gun and I'm going out and have some fun. I'm more warning you galoot. Don't step on my blue suede.
Yeah! Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-oh,
Hello? One moment, please. Hi, Gardner calling.
Hello, I'm Marilyn, High Garden's secretary. Tonight, as usual, the Herald Tribune syndicated columnist will be checking stories live and unrehearsed with names that make news. And to get right into action immediately with the most controversial entertainer of the year, well, you'll hear who. Hi, I have Elvis Presley on the phone. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Elvis. Just one moment.
Hello, Elvis.
Hello?
Did you have fun tonight on the Steve Allen Show?
Yes, sir, I really did. I really enjoyed it.
First time you ever worked in tux or tails?
It's the first time I ever had one on, period.
You mean you've got, as they say, 4 Cadillacs but no tuxedos?
No tuxedo. I usually drive the Cadillacs in blue jeans.
That's very interesting, particularly when a cop stops you and wants to know if you own the car, huh?
That's right. You have to show them all your ownership papers and everything.
You know, less than 2 years ago, you were earning $14 a week as a movie usher and then $35 a week for driving a truck in Memphis. Today, you're the most controversial name in show business. Has this sudden notoriety affected your sleep, your appetite, or the size of your head?
Not the size of my head. It's affected my sleep.
How much sleep do you get?
Well, I average about 4 or 5 hours a night, I guess.
Is that enough?
Well, it's really not, but I'm used to it, and I can't sleep any longer.
What do you keep in mind mostly? I mean, some of the songs you're going to do, or some of your plans, or what? What goes through your mind?
Well, everything has happened to me so fast in the last year and a half till I'm all mixed up, you know. I mean, I can't keep up with everything that's happening. And
well, I think that you've got very good company in Colonel Tom Parker. His feet are on the ground, and I think he's doing a wonderful job of keeping things rolling nicely. You know, I want to give you an opportunity here to go over a lot of the rumors that have been printed about you, including a few that I've printed myself, because some of these things can be checked and some can't, and I think that we ought to sort of fix up the record. Now, your style of gyrating while you sing has been bitterly criticized, even by usually mild and gentle TV critics like Ben Gross. Now, do you bear any animosity towards these critics?
well, not really. Those people have a job to do, and they do it.
And do you think you've learned anything from the criticism leveled at you?
No, I haven't.
You haven't, huh?
Because I don't feel that I'm doing anything wrong.
Do you read the stuff?
Do I read them?
The reviews?
Not if I can help it.
Do you keep a scrapbook at all?
Only of the good stuff.
Only of the good stuff. That's smart. Tell me, what kind of a teenager were you? Did you consider yourself well-behaved?
Yes. Well, I was raised,
Yeah.
in a pretty decent home and everything. My folks always made me behave where I wanted to or not.
Well, how do they feel about your success and the things that some of the critics have said about you, both good and bad?
Well, I guess they're just like myself. They're very thankful for it. I mean, we always led a kind of a common life. We never had any luxuries, but we were never real hungry, you know. And I guess they're just, you know, they're real proud, just like I am.
Well, now, there were 2 or 3 columns this week that carried items that you had bought 4 Cadillacs. Now, what is that of that, Elvis? And what?
It's the truth. I do have 4 Cadillacs.
What do you do with 4 Caddies?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got any use for 4. I just, you know, maybe someday I go broke and I can sell a couple of them.
Well, some people collect stamps and government funds. I guess Cadillacs are probably in the same category. I understand you gave one of them to your folks. Is that right?
Well, anything that's mine is theirs. I mean, all 4 of them is theirs. I'm planning for 7. I mean, I want 7. You know. You
want 7, huh?
Yes.
Well, you know what's going to happen. You'll wind up outdoing Carey. It'll be the Presley Car Renting Corporation.
Yeah, I was thinking about the Presley used car lot, you know.
Yeah, I understand that you bought a home for your folks, and even though your father is only 39, you've insisted that he retire. Is that true?
Yes. Well, he's more help. I mean, he's more help at home than he is anywhere else because he can take care of all my business. He can, you know, he can look after things when I'm gone.
Well, I think that's very smart. On your personal appearances, you create a sort of mass hysteria amongst your audiences of teenagers. You're shaking and quaking in the nature of an involuntary response to this hysteria?
Would you say it again, sir?
Well, I say that when you shake and you quake when you sing, is that the sort of an involuntary response to the hysteria of your audience?
Involuntary?
Yeah.
Well, I'm aware of everything I do at all times, but it's just the way I feel.
I mean, for example, if somebody is playing ball, they play just a little bit harder when the fans root, and I was wondering whether this had anything to do with
sure. Well, I guess any artist, if the audience acts like they're enjoying it, if they act like they're with you, well, it makes you put more into it, you know.
Do you think that your rocking and rolling has had an evil influence on teenagers, or you think it's just an outlet?
I don't see that any type of music would have any bad influence on people when it's only a music. I mean, I can't figure it out. I mean, in a lot of the papers that say rock and roll is a big influence on juvenile delinquency. I don't think that it is. Juvenile delinquency is something that's, it's just, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't see how music would have anything to do with it at all.
I understand that Mitch Miller of Columbia Records defines rock and roll as a safe form of rebellion against mother, father, and teacher. Do you go along with this analysis?
I don't exactly know what he means by rebellion. I mean, how would rock and roll music make anybody rebel against their parents?
Well, I guess that answers Mr. Miller. Now, I've got a couple of questions here I'd like to sort of clear up. One of them, and it's sort of a silly one to me, after having talked with you at some length earlier. What about the rumor that you once shot your mother?
Well, I think that one takes the cake. I mean, that's about the funniest one I've ever heard.
Where'd that one come from? Have you any idea?
I have no idea. I can't imagine. When you mention it to me, it's the first time I ever heard it.
Is that right?
First time I ever heard of it.
Well, there's another one, too, you may not have heard before. Several newspaper stories hinted that you smoked marijuana to hit the bottle in order to work yourself into a frenzy while singing. What about that?
I don't know.
You won't even bother answering that one. Well, there's one very interesting. I don't know whether you noticed a column the other day. They predict that Elvis Presley will be another James Dean. Now, have you heard that?
I've heard something about it, but I would never compare myself in any way to James Dean because James Dean was a genius in acting. Although I'll say that I sure would like to. I mean, I guess there's a lot of actors in Hollywood that would like to have had the ability that James Dean had. But I would never compare myself with James Dean in any way.
Now, if you had your choice, would you prefer to be an actor than to be a singing entertainer?
If I were a good actor, of course I'm not a good singer, but if I were a good actor, I think that I would like it a little better. Although, if I ever break into the acting completely, I'll still continue my singing. I'll still continue making records.
Well, that's always a very, very good sideline. Well, it was just fine talking with you, and I hope that you'll enjoy a long career, whether it's acting or anything else. And I think that all of the things said about you, while they've been extremely critical, I think they have helped to make you the kind of a big name that has made it possible for you to do the things for your folks you always wanted to. So I sort of think I'd look at it that way, Elvis.
Well, I'm sorry. I tell you, you got to accept the bad along with the good. I've been getting some very, very good publicity.
Mm-hmm.
The press has been real wonderful to me, and I've been getting some bad publicity, but you got to expect that. And I know that, I'm doing the best I can, and I have never turned a reporter down. I never turned a disc jockey down because they're the people that help make in this business.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as I know that I'm doing the best I can, that's
Well, you can't be expected to do any more, and I want to tell you it's just been swell talking with you, and you make a lot of sense.
Thank you very
Give
much.
my best to the Colonel now.
Sure will.
Bye-bye.